I go on vacation, I come back, and so much has happened in South Korea with K-pop, with Itaewon. Let's get into it, folks. Hi, it's me, Dee. I wish this could be a much happier video. I have just come back from my vacation a couple days ago, and so much has been happening, and my heart is heavy. I am praying. I give my heart, my love, my prayers to those in South Korea, in Itaewon. I don't have the words to explain how much I wish there was something I could do for the families of those who may have lost some, those who have those in the hospital or injured. I believe Jimin's brother was hospitalized after this. It's a tragedy. I also had originally been planning, which I'm going to stick with for right now, talking about what happened to Omega X and the abuse by someone who is believed to be the CEO. I'm usually in a much more peppier mood, and I'm taking a solemn tone right now. I struggle with what to say. Well, if you want to learn a little bit more about the situation what happened with Omega X and this K-pop group that Shire Entertainment is put together, please stick around. I will have the chapter links down below for you if you want to jump ahead to the tarot reading. Also, please just feel free, jump ahead. I have the two different chapter links set up. I have been asked to do some reading or maybe on what happened in Itaewon. I want to, but I for some reason I just feel like I need to give this some time. I want to be respectful to the families and the victims and the survivors, to all of South Korea in this matter. This is such a heartbreaking tragedy to have happened. And I know everyone is wondering what could have been done. Something should have been done. And possibly so. But Omega X had come to LA and they were performing. There are 11 members. See, I used to think 7 was, that BTS, that's a big group, but they have these larger groups. I think something, Blackpink has just a 4. And I think that's kind of, 4, maybe 5, but 7 I thought it's a lot. They're awesome. But 11 has got to be an even bigger strain for a company who is not as big. It's got to be harder to be able to support and pay for these young men and take care of them. And when they're on the road, I think there's some, I don't know, man. But the CEO, she, what was it? Kang Seong-hee, CEO Kang, she She was caught yelling, abusively, gaslighting, kicking, hitting members as Jaehwan, is that correct? Jaehwan. He is the leader of Omega X, and he was exhausted and had fallen. And there's video. Somebody got video of it and put it out there, and there's more and more coming out about the abuse that has been happening to Omega X, and people crawling out for action to be happen, for these boys to be saved. I agree. And so let's I think we can just jump into that. I got a little bit of the astrology that we can also cover about each young man, but I think I want to speak more to the situation. And if you guys want me to do more on Omega X, I can get into the astrology. I'll do that. Even though I've done the research. I got the birth chart. Okay. I've done the research as much as I could. But yeah, let's stick with the case. And yeah, so here we go, folks. All right. Thank you for sticking around, my friends. This upsets me. This reminds me of something like where I had seen a woman, just shoving a kid while they were walking across the street and practically shoving the kid into the traffic, yelling, "Get away from me! Get away from me!" I lost it. I went off on that mom. I did chase her down. Yeah, don't piss me off. Don't abuse or hurt others, bully others in front of me, because I don't just sit back and let it happen. Not everybody's like me or as brave or as maybe stupid, but yeah, and I think it was great. I think it's great that somebody did take a video at proof of this and post about it, so that it's aware, it is known. What happened was, let's see here, Omega X 11 members. Each of these members, they are in. They had already debuted in other groups that have since disbanded, and this is like their second chance. And I'm sure they have this drive with even like a bit of desperation that they got to make this work. And it appears that the agency itself, all the way from the top to the CEO, are taking advantage and mistreating these young boys, these young men, knowing that they are, that how badly they want to make it, and that they're willing to do so, see how far which they're willing to do. And that's not cool. See, on October 23rd, one of the fans of Omega X went to Twitter to share what they had witnessed, allegedly, while in Los Angeles. I can't believe this was happening. I was in LA when this happened. Well, I was in LA, Anaheim area, hanging out around there. And I was on vacation. I mean, I'll be honest with you. This happened Sunday, the day my first day. I was actually in Disneyland that day. So I was more in Anaheim because we just arrived. I just flew in the day before. So yeah, I was in a whole other, I didn't know what's going on. I missed all this happening. It blows my mind. But they saw this fan apparently had been waiting for some food to be delivered. So they saw the CEO. They saw this woman hitting Omega X members. And this is what the fan wrote. "My hands were shaking so much, I didn't know what to do. The members were getting hit in front of me, but I couldn't do anything." And that's what do you do in a situation like that? You can't always just run, face in. But I ran into a situation where I saw the woman, this mother was pushing her kid into traffic, moving vehicles, because she was crossing the street, didn't want her daughter next to her. She crossed the street. Like, the 6-year-old kid you hold their hand and you take them across the street with you. That's what I do as a mom. But that's why I ran out there. This kid could have died. I was scared. I couldn't believe this was happening. But in this kind of situation, there's a bunch. They probably had security around, so you can't just like dive in there. Well, no, I wouldn't do it. I don't advise. I don't advise you to, really. And they posted the audio recording of what was being yelled at, and you could hear the hitting. The woman can be heard saying, "Have you ever done that for me when I was going through such a hard time? Did he ever take care of me?" And what you could tell was one of the members, who I believe is Jaehoon, the leader, was not feeling well. Very weak, very sick, very tired. Exhaustion. Probably also a nervous wreck. Could have been having a panic attack. Who knows? But was not in good case. And the other guys were trying to help him out. And she got upset that they were helping him and started saying, "You don't do anything for me." Well, you know what, honey? You're the motherfucking CEO. You know what your job is to take care of them and take care of all your employees, because you took that position to be at the top. No one's supposed to be taking care of you. Well, you should have somebody near you, but when you hire these people and they're working for you, you are responsible to serve them. Make sure that they have good work environment. Make sure that they are being taken care of well. You're not supposed to be complaining, "What about me? What about me?" Bullshit. Yeah, I'm swearing because I'm pissed. One of the things I learned growing up is when you're a leader, you are a servant. You are here to serve people. You are serving these people and you need to look out for them. And if you don't have that mindset and instead you're just trampling on others, that's wrong. And get out. And people were calling for her to be fired, but you find out that she's married to the other CEO there. So what's he gonna do? With my wife. Blah. Yeah, that's like, so there is no, she's not being held accountable at Spire Entertainment, because the other person who could have in a position of equal with her is her husband, from what I've heard. Now, when she had complained, "When have you ever taken care of me?" you hear a young man's voice say, "Hey," who yells, respond by saying something, and then you can't really tell what, and the woman goes, "Hey, who do you think you are?" And the young man says again, "But he's on the verge of collapsing." And the woman goes, "I've collapsed before." And you could just hear people reacting like, "What the fuck is she saying?" And at that same time, you hear him falling, and in video show, he collapsed, the leader. And the woman starts yelling, "Get up." She, another person approaches this woman. It's like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, there's a cameras here too. And you hear all this crying, but the woman continues to berate and mock and go off on these young men. Just like, what? And things get worse. They were supposed to be heading to LAX and heading home. She also is heard complaining about what they ordered on room service. And she was also using very foul, belittling language. Oh. And she had, or the agency, which that's her, canceled the boys' flights and left them stranded in LA. They had to get their own money and get support from their families to fly them back home. Spire Entertainment has come out saying, "Oh, we were going to cancel. We talked days in advance of canceling those flights because they'd be sitting with among fans, and that could be dangerous. But you should have had flights planned for them or found another way to bring them home. You left them there. Nobody's stupid enough to believe we had planned. You'd planned to abandon the boys? Great. Good on you. That makes you look even better." Not really. Now there's somebody else earlier this month had noticed something else about the staff, who are supposed to be taking care of Omega X. They went on Twitter and she talked about that her mom had been the one who witnessed a woman repeatedly yelling at Omega X members in public in Chile. It could have been the CEO again. Who knows? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Allegedly, it could have been her. And the mother just saw her just yelling at these two members at the hotel. And again, she continued this in front of everybody at the airport. And the mother, she stepped up and was like, hey, she tried to stop this woman from going at these boys. Now, here's what the individual wrote on Twitter. "Hi, I'm not a fan of Omega X, and I don't know them well, but I would like to talk about something my mom told me about what happened yesterday at the airport. I don't know if I can talk about this here, but I think it's important to do so. My mom was in Chile, and for the holidays. We're from Argentina, and she was coming back on Monday. But the flight got canceled, so she had to stay at the hotel where Omega X was staying at as well. When she was having breakfast, she saw two boys, members of Omega X, that were being yelled at by a woman who she thought it was like their manager. It could have been the CEO. It was somebody in higher up authority. And she thought that maybe they were celebrities because she noticed that the boys' faces were all covered with caps and masks. Then she found out that they were from the K-pop group Omega X. And then she spotted them again in the airport while waiting for a flight. And this same woman is yelling at them again in front of everyone. My mom and her friends couldn't believe it, and she told the woman to stop yelling at them. Then the woman left and nothing else happened. But she told me the members bowed at her as a thank you. When I've heard about it, I was really stunned, and my mom told me that she felt really bad for them because they looked also very respectable and very kind young men. I really can't believe how the company doesn't do anything about this. And I've also read about the situation with their tour. Actually, my mom told me to make a complaint to the company because they cannot be treated like this. I'm not familiar with the group, so I don't know what to do exactly. But I wanted to let the fans know about this. Please help spread this so that we could stop this situation from ever happening again. And unfortunately, it did happen again in LA. And this abuse just keeps going. Now, apparently, the director or her husband, another CEO, stopped by hotel security guards. Stopped by hotel security guards while they were at the hotel. I'm like, when they say director, I'm not sure if it was the woman or her husband. It was someone, it could have been allegedly one of them. They were making a scene, and the hotel security guards had to come in because she was pounding on their door and making a scene, this person. And the local police also reportedly were dispatched twice. Now, according to SBS, the staff went back to South Korea through the scheduled flight, but this is when they left the members behind. Yeah. Now, they didn't get back to South Korea until the 25th, and this was because of the help of their own families and money that they could get together. Now, do I think Spire Entertainment and the CEO, they have come out with statements that are basically gaslighting and blaming, things. Oh, you don't, it's kind of like you don't know these boys. And there was a big scene when Omega X arrived into South Korea at the airport. Fans and reporters were all there. But Hwang Seong-yu, the president, or, the other CEO, was present there. And he's the husband. And in front of the reporters and camera, he greeted and hugged Omega X, acting as if nothing had happened, leaving just fans and everybody, reporters, just speechless. Like, what? Do they really think people are going to be like, oh, they really do care about these boys? No. We know it's a show. We know this is all an act. Bullshit. So, people are calling for action. People want these young men to be saved. I agree. That would be nice. I would hope that something comes out because people have spoken up. And it's good to speak up like this. So, now we're done with that. Let's get into that tarot reading, folks. Hello, everybody. We're going to get straight into this reading. Got music playing, sound cancellation out. I am ready to do this. Whew. I did do a reading while I was on vacation, where I tapped in and did a reading on Walt Disney, and that was enlightening. That was some bad energy. I'm just gonna put it that way. Watch that video if you get a chance. All right, so just remember that this is all alleged, and I do this for entertainment. I appreciate y'all, and we're gonna get into this now, huh? All right, Omega X. Let's see here. What is going on with the dynamic there? The CEO. Okay. Tough decisions. The Star. Finding hope. And then the Queen of Cups. Can you see them all here? These three cards just popped out. This is being in conflict, trying to make, there's tough decisions to make. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And, this is the Star. And I just kind of, there's this decisions, they had joined this group here. It was as a way of rebuilding their lives, rebuilding their career. And I think the CEO here, the Queen of Cups. There's someone here. Oh. Ah. The fans, people on the internet, giving them hope because they're showing compassion, which they haven't gotten it. So this is all the Nedsians and fans popping up as coming to Omega. And of course, I have the Knight of Cups here reversed. This is just. There's a lot of disappointment in their choice. There's, which, well, that's obvious. But yeah, that's what the cards are showing. They're dealing with these tough choices. It's things are not happening as they had hoped. It's not happening. Here's the Fool reversed. They're being used. That's what it says. They're being used. It's they were naive, almost like they made this choice. They thought this was their second chance. They thought this was hope. But they're being used. What's going on here with the fans and the... Okay. Now, this is the swords. Well, this is obvious, trying to cause confusion. And with the fans, for us not to see the brutality, then the chaos that's actually happening. They're trying to gaslight. I see Spire Entertainment trying to gaslight everybody. The Five of Cups reversed. I gotta tell you, I think they are feeling trapped. There's just this, I have found acceptance with this. We have to go through this in order to succeed. This is what we're told. They're being told they signed up to be treated like this. It's like, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to listen to us. And here's the Six of Pentacles reverse. Their deal with this is all about domination, power, stinginess, strings attached. So their agreement, obviously, we're seeing the strings attached is this taking, this person taking power and abuse over them. I don't think these guys are really getting paid anything. Or the finances might be controlled. So they really couldn't escape. The Queen of Wands over here it's over the fans. And this is once again trying to give, being determined and yet encourage and helping the boys get courage. I see that's just what's all played out. But I'd like to learn more. Come on, cards. Come on, Spirit. Show me what's really going on with this woman and her husband. CEO Kang. Oh, I just have this card is always ominous. This is bad. Because this is the Four of Wands. And usually, the Four of Wands and the regular decks is like a celebration, a good time. But this is, the CEO, the people, Spire Entertainment was made with bad intentions. And it's like, they're all about, it is greed. It's like they've seen what's happening with BTS, and they're like, okay, they're going to be coming to, they're going to be enlisting. They're not going to be around as much. And they're hoping to take advantage of this opportunity. And here's the ace. So it's, yeah, this is, they were created these guys with ill intent for selfishness. They weren't trying to really give these boys this second opportunity. They wanted to use the boys. And here is the King of Swords. This is a masculine energy. I really think this is the woman. This is someone who's very manipulative, very cruel, and likes to prey on people's weaknesses. I can talk. I kind of lost some of my voice at Disneyland. Changing weather. It's like 30 some odd degrees at night here. When I was in LA, it was like 60, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's like icy cold here. And my voice went, ah, and plus, screaming on the rides, which was fun to do. Because, But yeah, she's a bad. So, yeah. And the Queen of Pentacles shows the true intention of this organization. This is the organization Aspire Entertainment. This is jealous and self-centered, which she did sound like she was jealous of these boys. Everyone there is jealous of the entertainers, it's almost like. And they don't. They're more into, well, what am I going to get out of this of them? I wonder, what's going to happen if the boys coming out? Well, too many cards just popped out on me. Let's try this again. Sorry, music. Got boom bye ya going on. That's a little different. Come on, people. Okay. The Three of Cups. And this also, the Devil. Oh, no, wait. No. The Six of Wands. Okay. This is all about oppressing them. This is all about... These people do not belong in the business. Like, how do we support the boys without supporting them? How do we support Omega X without giving our money and our support to the company they're with? That's what, because it's not good. It's not good. The Three of Cups, usually that means that if it was upright, there's a collaboration, some greatness happening. But this is just gossip and isolation. It's like the company, that this husband wife, they're very materialistic and overspend. They're overspending. They're overindulging in things, which is taken away from what Omega X should be earning, and things that should go towards, their flight, food, hotel stays, things like that. I get the nicer things and you all don't. There's just such an entitlement. And the Six of Wands reverse, like if the Six of Wands upright, it's like, yay, victory. But no, this is all about punishment. She's just, and having lots of pride and belittling the men so they feel like they have to follow her, entrap her. It's she something happened to her. Did she try and become famous at one point and just didn't happen? And it's almost like taking out her frustration on these young idols. Feeling like this should have been my life. I should have been in front of the camera. I should have, I should be the one being pampered and taken care of. Yeah, okay, so magician, upside down, she's a trickster, manipulator, and the Knight of Pentacles here, this is all about greediness and this is all about obsessiveness. This is work without reward. This is, I see these guys are not getting what is due to them. They are. I mean, we have seen where there have been very bad conditions for these K-pop idols, where, the living conditions and such. I think this needs to be looked into. There has to be something that regulates what these K-pop agencies can or cannot do. I'm not familiar, but there needs to be some protections put in place. It's almost like a union kind of thing. Something needs to be put in place that will hold these power-hungry, money-hungry businesses, hold them responsible, accountable. But you're not going to see that here. This is the Five of Pentacles, which is all about keeping the boys poor and needy and insecure. What is the future for these guys? Let's see. The song Permission to Dance came on. I think these guys need permission, or she's going to go off on them. I was just allegedly what I'm thinking, my views. Okay, Omega. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Can we get some good news for you? It's going to get worse. Ooh, the card just flipped out. All right, we have the Page of Wands, we have Death, and we have the Five of Swords. Okay. You see them all here? Sorry. The Page of Wands. This is young and it's upright. This is freedom. Getting freedom. So let's see what they're going to be able to achieve it. Now, Death here is reversed. So there's definitely going to be hurdles. Things are being stagnant. They're being held back. There's a fear of change. A fear of, if we leave them, what's going to happen to us next? What's going to happen? We could get freedom, but what does that mean? Where are we going to go? And the Five of Swords, upright, you can kind of see how the person's kind of looking back, this is winning at all costs. And this is what they have to be willing to do. Because Spire Entertainment's going to be very sneaky, and they're going to be trying to do that. They want to have complete and utter control, but the boys have got to get to that point where, the fear of change and the need to get free has to outweigh this fear of change. When they leave, what's coming for them? Interesting. The Five of Wands here is reversed. They are avoiding conflict. They are so afraid to speak up. They're afraid to say, hey, you're wrong. You shouldn't treat me like this. And move on. The Knight of Swords. This is getting reckless here. This is with like taking action and defending your beliefs. This is what they need to do. They have people out here watching them and supporting them and wanting them to succeed. They need to hear it. They need to see it. They better not be. I mean, for all we know, they could be closed off so they aren't seeing any of this. Word's got to get to them. And here is the Six of Swords, and she's right side up. This is moving forward, leaving behind. This is a transition. Okay, so they've been very afraid of this transition, but it's coming. Just hold on. It's like, on a roller coaster ride. You're going to drop, but you're going to be okay at the bottom. The Page of Swords. This is getting restless with where you're at, which is good. They need to get restless and not just accept the way they're being treated. I see some of the members of the group, some of the older ones speaking up. The High Priestess here is reversed. And the cards that it's over is the Knight of Swords and it's Death reversed. So I'm not surprised to see her come in here reversed, because there is a lot of more hidden more layers, hidden things. They have lost their own selves. It's like their own identities and everything has been taken from them. They are expected to be these little robots and expect perfection. And there's so much more happening that we don't know yet. It needs to come to there. We need to dig deeper. We got to be persistent, people. If you care, be more persistent here. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, because she is cruel. She doesn't want to let go. This is someone who's going to claim that they're the victim. Oh, woe is me. You guys are betraying me after all I've given you. I kind of get that vibe from her. And as they're leaving, she wants to try and ruin their chances and make anybody else who would sign them on them think that these are ungrateful, disrespectful, greedy, undisciplined young men. But what I see here is these guys, this is their second chance, and they're trying to give as much as they can. They want to please their fans. They want to succeed. Here's the thing. The CEO, she needs to understand her actions are holding back any success. I'd go toe to toe to her with that. The Four of Pentacles here is reversed. This is, we've seen this again. This is all about being stingy and greedy. She's not wanting to let go. She's gonna try and say that they are. She's gonna try and make it seem like they're the stingy, greedy ones. The King of Cups. This is our boys. This is Omega X here right now, you guys. This is good news. Okay. I don't know how else to tell y'all this, but yeah, this is really good to see. Actually, something I just is hitting me. Something, I don't know. Something I just. See, the King of Cups is someone who has control and balance, and they're actually someone very compassionate, which is the opposite. And I think we've been seeing this. They're going to get back control. There is going to be karma. I see coming. Let me try one more thing here. Let me use my Letterman deck. This is always a nifty little deck. Always appreciate what it reveals to me. Okay, show me the future. Or what immediate future, what is going to happen. This card wants to come out. Okay, so this is the Two-Face. This is the Masked. This is, well, we already kind of saw with the High Priestess. There is a lot. Beware of what is being projected because it's not. So the Spire Entertainment statements, the CEO's statements are all lies. The one director guy who showed up at the airport and hugged the guys. All a lie. What's being projected by them? It's just reaffirming, folks. I really don't want people to get disillusioned and think, oh, yeah, these are just, the boys were acting entitled. They were abusing, their stance. And no. Because here we have 31. 31 we have is our sun. This is the Ace of Diamonds. This is the house of success. Things are going to come to light. What we're seeing, so seeing the sun with the light next to these means it's going to be successfully coming out. Here I have, this just flew out at me. This is the Nine of Spades. This is 35. This is the House of Stability. This is the Anchor. This is endurance. Having endurance. Holding fast because of limited movement. Which is what's going on. They've been held. And that's all coming. It's all going to be coming more and more to light. That there's this control over them. Let's see what's going to happen as we see that come to light. Wait a minute. Did that? Okay. 19. Now, the tower in the Letterman deck is different from the tower in, which you see in, I'm like, in the regular tarot deck. I'm like, my mind went blank. So this is Six of Spades. This is to do with authority. This is the house of officialdom. So it could be bureaucracy. It could be a seat of power. So this card goes right under what's being projected is false. What's being projected by them, which is confirming what I was saying. It's not the boys who are the liars. Time 37. This is time This is, things are not going to be immediate. Way things are going now, as things start coming to light, the change, everything's just kind of going to be in a standing pattern for a while. I think it's got a lot to do with legal bureaucracy, documents, contracts. Can they sue and get their contracts broken? That's a good question. Can they do this? Huh. Okay, here's 41. This is The Well. The Well is all about digging deep. So this to here, this isn't the first time that they've tried to do something and they've taken advantage of others. I think there are those who've been silenced that might start having the courage to speak up, whether anonymously, through somebody else. I'm thinking through social media is revealing what this person has done to them. Here's 16, which is the stars. And the stars, it's also the Six of Hearts. This is dreams and goals and finding, optimism, hopes, which I think this is great because their goal, Omega X's goal to succeed can happen. Well, Aspire Entertainment's goal to succeed isn't going to happen. I think they've gotten away with too much. It's all going to be coming out. I just kind of see a death to it all. Okay, and here is 3. And Omega X, these guys, this is the Ten of Spades, this is travel. They're going to go abroad, I think, like on a vacation, like a hiatus, I believe. Something like that is going to happen. They're going to go, and it's going to give them a chance to get away. Here's the sickle, the 10, which is 10, and it's also known as the Jack of Diamonds. This is damage, cutting down, termination of something, termination of their contract. It's going to happen. I don't know. There's just so much they have to really plan this. Their families, I hope, don't hold them back to say you have to stick with this company, but see that they've been wronged and get help from somebody else, See them signed under somebody better. Who knows? So, folks, I want to try something here. Yeah. Interesting. Where did it go? I'll use this for today. This pendulum. All right. Show me yes. Show me yes, please. That's going this way, front and back. Thank you. Can you please show me no? Please show me no. Thank you. Will Omega X end up disbanding? This is, I don't know. I forgot to ask it normally. Does that mean I don't know? Yes, it does. Thank you. CEO Kang, is she going to resign or step down? No. Will she be removed? Yes. Uh-huh. Is Omega X going to leave Spire Entertainment? That answer is not being given to me. Let's see if I ask it a different way. Is Omega X going to stay with Spire Entertainment? No. Alrighty. Well, that's just a little bit of pendulum work. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see me do. I'm getting more requests for Jenny and V, and folks, I have done enough. I've done videos of Jenny, done videos of V, done videos about with them to get, and I've even done it on my Patreon. I know people are trying to see if there really ever was something, and I would have to, I'll put a poll out there. If you guys vote for me to do another one of those videos, I will. It's not something I don't think we're going to learn anything new. I just don't. But I can always try. If that's what you guys want, let me know. All right? Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and liking this video. Comment down below your thoughts on what happened with Omega X, which you think you feel is going to happen. Let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see would happen. Also, I do have a Patreon. You can join. I am finishing up the private readings that I had offered to those who had joined before. And I do, I asked you guys, give me ideas of Patreon videos you want to see me do, and I get them done for y'all. Try and do a few, about 3 or 4, a month on the different, whether it's K-pop or true crime, paranormal, pop culture, conspiracy, you name it. I've done it. I just let me know. It's like $3 a month, US dollars a month, to just choose one type of readings, or you could pay 10 and get the whole thing. I do also try to post at the beginning of the week some inspiring, pull some cards, some oracle cards, and for help and inspiration and guidance for the week. That is just a little bonus I like to throw in there for y'all. Thank you so much. I just keep rambling to it's been so long since I've sat here with you guys, and I will be going live soon, I think, because I missed that. I love you guys. Remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Bye.